Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Kabri. With me are Adi and Rishi, and we're here to sort of with the impossible task of making an IPL all-time 11. Um, Very hard indeed because you've got a number of players who've played for these franchises over the years, and they're all so good. So it's very hard. But the basic criteria, I think that we've all set is just that there will be four foreigners. Otherwise, you can have a number of foreigners who've done so well. I think that's what makes it a little harder to have four foreigners in there, and let's try to keep these players in the position that they've played for the franchise team, and yeah, and sort of go about it that way. Yeah, okay. To start us off, I'm going to start us off. The first opening bat, like there's no way we can have a conversation on this. But Chris Gale makes it very easily. How does Chris Gale not, bro? How can you say Chris Gale is not that?
No, for
Bro,
me,
I
it's
mean,
more that I would rather have another two openers than Chris Gale. That's for me. Like, if I had to choose in terms of overall IPL players who played and performed in the playoffs, etc., I can't put Chris Gale just for that fact, right? So I know better players, better openers for me to be like. I would rather have these guys over Gale.
yeah, like for me, like I'd have like as great and as explosive as Gale is, like I've felt other players have had big, like like longer careers or have had much better longevity and have performed better in a consistent period of time. Also, I feel Gale at the beginning of his IPL career he was okay, and then he had a very good patch, and then towards the end again he faded a little bit. I feel there are other players who've had, and this is considering we have only four foreigner slots. I'd much rather give it to somebody else. Like I'd
Okay,
rather
who is
give it to
that?
someone
Who is that
like
somebody? Who
David
is that
Warner.
somebody else?
I'm giving it to David Warner.
Dude, the guy has 175 in one innings.
Okay,
He's
Rahul. So,
he's probably like the guy who revolutionized the way the IPL also was played. And also, dude, also not forget the fact that Gale was not picked when he started playing for RCB. He was not picked by any team. KKR dropped Gale, and he came in as a replacement for Dirk Nannis.
mhm.
And then for him to have the career that he's had for RCB is insane. Now, David Warner, I don't have anything against David Warner. I think he's been brilliant for in the IPL wherever he's played. But in dude, who would you be more like worried about, David Warner or Chris Gale?
David
I think
Warner.
equally you can say both, Rahul. You can't sit and say you can't.
And
Are you sitting and telling me David Warner in his prime, bro? He had consecutive seasons where he was, on
Top
top with
scorer.
orange
Yeah.
cap, etc. You can't sit and say, bro. I used to be scared to face David Warner. Like the one batsman as an RCB fan, I used to be scared to face was David Warner.
bro, I'm
In the
not saying
IPL, was
Warner. Yeah, no, he was definitely good enough. Like even I used to be
at
scared.
a
I was
point of
scared.
time he was unstoppable, bro. Like you can't just dismiss the fact that
And
David Warner was equally good.
I feel
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
had
David Warner
a
was pretty good.
longer, I
But
mean, longer patch of better performances. And to be fair, Gale played in Chinnaswamy for a long period of time. And I mean, I'm not writing anything off, but I just feel like if you have performed a little bit longer, a little bit more consistently, I feel that deserves a better shout. That's all.
dude, like the thing is, I'm also
Bro,
looking at
Rahul, for
Warner's
like putting
numbers.
into perspective, right? What is Gale's highest runs in an IPL season, like in one entire season?
Yeah, it's 700 and
It is
something, 733.
733. You want to sit and compare that to Warner, it's 844, right? If I'm not wrong. And
Yeah,
that
but that's
season,
all, dude. But that's
and
also
that
because
season, it
Gale.
was like if Kohli was not there, he would have been like one of the best batsmen that
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
In
But
the season
again,
they won the IPL against RCB again. And bro, this guy has what 7 times he scored more than 500 runs in the IPL.
no,
He's
but Gale
played for
has
a.
a better. He played a more aggressive brand. He has a better strike rate, and
It is not that
He
different. It's
has,
not a
it's
huge
there's
not
a
a
difference.
difference
world of
of
difference.
10.
Yeah.
Gale has a
Yeah,
149 strike rate, and
10
Warner's
bro,
139. That's
10
not
points as an
is a lot.
opener playing in Chinnaswamy Stadium. I wouldn't say that's a huge difference
Warner
because
didn't play in
Warner has
some.
played in different places, and at that
Dude,
time
none of them were
playing in
hard.
Hyderabad was, huh?
he was
No,
not playing
bro, I
at
remember
same yard
Hyderabad.
wickets
Bro,
on
the
same
thing
yard.
with Hyderabad, they used to not only play in Hyderabad, they used to go in other places and play. Their home stadium was never Hyderabad the entire time, like
Hey, it
Chinnaswamy.
was, bro.
You
It
know,
was that
it was never.
same ground.
You
Even
want to
and
go
even
back?
before
They
that,
have
he played
had
for
different
Delhi.
home
So it's
stadiums, and he's also played for Delhi. And I've seen a lot of times the pitches he's played in. Even Hyderabad was not as flat as Chinnaswamy Stadium. Hyderabad was not always this flat wicket. It has become a flat wicket these days. But I remember
I
at a point in time it was not that flat, and
okay.
there used to be a point of time it was a very slow track also, and it was tough to score runs. But again, taking out that factor also, he's won the IPL. I just don't think you can ignore that. Like,
Fine. I don't
And
mind Warner.
Rahul,
I don't
like
mind
I
Warner.
just feel David Warner is also the kind of batsman who can pace his innings a little bit better, like according to
I guess.
what the situation needs. Like you need a chase and you're losing wickets at the other end. I've always felt David Warner can be someone who can, like, take the pace off. He can lead a chase a little bit
But see,
better than
that's very
Gale.
unfair.
Like,
That's very unfair to Gale because that was never his role, and you had Virat Kohli doing
yeah,
that at the other
true.
end.
That is fair, but I mean, you can only judge on what's based on what's put in front of you. Gale has always been that aggressor. He's always either he scores big or he gets out trying to score big. Where has been that little bit of that? Like that's the same stick I kind of beat Maxwell with. Like
No, 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 bro. Rishi.
where's the like moderation? Where's the finding the middle ground? I've
Nah,
always
bro.
thought
No, no,
Warner
no.
is someone
Gale,
who
bro.
can
Gale has
I'm
done.
not comparing Gale and
He's done
Maxwell,
it.
mind you. I'm not
Yeah.
comparing Gale and Maxwell. I've just felt like Warner can pace his innings a little bit better than Gale.
But again, that's what I'm saying. To be fair to Gale, I've seen Gale pace his innings as well. Like when the situation is confident, he has done
That's
it.
Punjab, no?
No, no. Even for RCB, I've seen him. I've watched, bro. There was one game where they were chasing 130 odd. He didn't hit a six like until the end. Like the last ball of the innings, he hit a six. So
Hmm.
yeah, I've seen him do it for us. It's not like he's a brain dead cricketer. That's not what Gale was just because he could hit it big. But more than happy to say, okay, fine, Warner. It's not a it's not an insanely bad shout. I think that's fair enough. Wouldn't mind Warner there. The other opener, I couldn't find any other like I don't know who you guys have gone for, but I put Virat in as my second opener. Um, happy to have Warner, but I see Virat like his best position. I think is still at the top of the order when the power play is on. Um, I don't think he's a number three in T20 cricket.
I mean, he doesn't play number three anyways for us. In IPL
Yeah,
he hasn't, so I don't think we can even discuss that. I mean, yeah, I mean you can't help it. Like Virat is the highest scorer in IPL, etc., etc. It's pretty obvious. I would put him in anyways.
yeah,
Only thing is again a guy who's always like been iffy in the IPL over the past few seasons. I don't think he's been in the best apart from the past 2 seasons. He didn't have a good like 3 4 continuous seasons like from 2019 to 2021 2022ish. It was not that great. But again, if we have to have four foreigners, etc., even I can't sit and think any other IPL batsman, etc., especially an Indian who I can be and like, yeah, this guy was good at least consistently for a long time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
even I would go
Yeah,
with
Virat, I think
Virat.
is a no brainer issue. Like, would you have Virat there? Don't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Rohit
I mean,
Sharma. That's
don't know. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can make any case for anybody else. Like, as an opener, as a batsman, I feel Virat has been the benchmark for us. So I
fair,
don't
fair
think
enough.
there's any.
So Virat and Warner to open the batting. At number three, Mr. IPL, Suresh Raina, I guess.
At number three,
He used to play at number three for
Yeah, he
CSK
used
for
to
the
play number
longest.
three. Yeah.
but
So I don't think
mm,
we've had any other great number threes. Like if you really
Sky.
leave Suresh Raina out, I remember a lot of great number threes in the IPL.
I mean, we have Sky now, so you can't just say we don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
great.
yeah. We do, but like again, like I feel like Suresh Raina's numbers just over the years is too much like for Sky's short career. If probably towards the end of his career, like we have this conversation, yeah, I think he will he will pick Raina. But at this point, can you argue against Raina? Like it's mad, yeah. He's got a strike rate of 136. Of course, this is we're talking different generation. He's played since the first season of the IPL. Scored massive runs, consistently scores over 400 runs. So there's a lot of good things that Raina I think did, like just in terms of consistency that he brought to CSK's batting. And any other, I don't know any other number
Now,
three, dude. Like
just to
who's
play the devil's advocate,
hmm.
uh, Surya Kumar Yadav has played only 50 games less, and he
Hmm.
is about 2,000 runs short.
No, I think the thing like with that is very harsh on Raina because he played on the toughest wicket in the IPL at the time.
Mm.
Most of his games, and he like this. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that Gambhir says, but the one thing that he's actually made sense is the fact that Suresh Raina, even on turning tracks, used to play
He
pretty
used
well.
to be
Like
aggressive,
he
yeah.
was very good, and like even when
I
the ball used to
mean,
stop in
he
the surface,
was
he
a
was
good
good.
spin player also. You can't just take that out of the fact. Like he used to prefer spin over pace, for example. Like I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
right now at that time was one of the only players who could play spin well, and like he was comfortable playing spin. You can see the way he used to play on the back foot, etc. I think that was something. It's like one of his specialities. But the problem is now if we are only going with Raina, I think our entire 11 will be filled with like CSK, Mumbai, and like RC, maybe RCB players. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? I
Oh,
think
I have like one Mumbai player in my team.
one.
Yeah, but
I
okay,
have two for sure. Like,
okay.
you'll easily get two.
I have two, and you can make a case for three also.
No, no, Kyron Pollard, but
Oh,
two
Yeah,
fair
stop it.
there's
enough.
no Pollard. There's no way we're discussing. Okay, but anyways,
We don't have to put in Pollard. So, like,
yeah. No, but
it's fine. Like,
yeah, but
it's
Raina. I think to be fair to him, like there's no other number three. I don't think there's any competition for him. That's the biggest problem. And number four,
what about Yusuf Pathan? Like, can we
Yusuf
consider
Pathan.
Yusuf Pathan?
He was not a number. He played everywhere. Like that's the thing.
But
Like with
my point
Yusuf
is, but
Pathan,
still, he was a very dangerous player for
he
any
was
franchise.
dangerous.
PKR. So he has
I
like,
personally used to love Yusuf Pathan, but again, there was no. I don't know where. Like I think the best position for Yusuf Pathan would be like 4 or 5. Like,
but
but he's
he's
done
played.
everything. He's done
Yeah, he's played
everything.
everywhere. But like again, I think we have a set number four. So I think if you're talking like that, he could
Bro,
very well
or
play number
if
three.
we can push Kohli down to one, we might
Bro,
even we can play Robin Uthappa also opening.
he played very less IPL, Rishi. Like over these guys, he's not played that much IPL.
Who?
Unfortunately,
He's played
Uttapa.
200-ish games.
You want to push
And
Virat to number 3,
yeah, to accommodate Uthappa.
bro? I don't see. Like, I think Virat Kohli is an opening batsman indeed. I
Bro,
don't think
Uttapa's
he's a number 3.
average is 27 as an opener, Rishi. 27.
And Uthappa consistency,
And
bro.
he had like one good season, that
Bro,
season where KKR won the
see, when he
IPL.
was
Like,
with KKR, he was really good. But when he was with Pune, when he was with RCB, he was not the best.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
bro,
fair.
Uttapa was never the best IPL player.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
even with RCB,
yeah,
he used to not even bat opening. He
yeah.
was
That's what
not
I'm
at
saying.
all
Like,
like that one season where he won with like what KKR was the only season he was actually good ever in IPL. Overall, I can't lie, pretty average to be like one of
yeah,
the
he
best in
was.
the chance.
I
Like we
love
can
him.
have Gale,
Very
Warner, like
pleasing.
yeah, like
Very
I
pleasing
don't
Okay,
as
think
what
well.
he's
But
about someone like Shikhar Dhawan? Where does he stand?
again, I think he's just not had a long enough career as compared to like somebody like a Raina, right? Bro,
I
Dhawan.
don't actually mind Dhawan, but for me it's like I don't see Virat Kohli as an opener in T20. I don't think you can put Virat as a number three anywhere as a number three in like any team, especially like when he has opened in IPL for most of the time. You can't just be like, yeah, let's put him number three now. And one more thing with Dhawan is again, it is bro, it's tough because if you want to have like make a case for Dhawan, Warner, you can also make a case for Virat Kohli as an opening partnership. So it's a bit like
No, but Shikhar Dhawan, I don't. As much as I like him, like I think he's good. He's done well
bro.
in the IPL.
See, Shikhar Dhawan's very similar to Virat in terms of like playing style, etc. In
Just think,
T20.
bro.
So you can't
Yeah,
even
but
be like,
Virat gets you
sorry,
over him because of he's had a longer career. He's done it for much longer and started little earlier than Shikhar.
bro. Shikhar Dhawan's played a lot of like IPL.
He has played a lot of IPL, but like he was not.
He's played till last season, like
I
since the
agree,
first
I
IPL
agree.
till
But I'm
last
saying
season.
at least in the start, like Virat played every game for RCB, but Shikhar was not that guy. He
What do you
wouldn't play
mean?
every game.
He played since the first this thing. He's played
He
14
played. He
games.
played since season one, but like
He's played
in
more than
2009,
Virat in the beginning, right?
2009 he didn't play. He played like barely few games, and
Yeah, but
yeah,
like,
again 10 he didn't play every game. He became that
I mean,
real.
We can make Virat also. I remember he missed 2019 a lot of 2019 or 2018 or 2017 that
No,
season
but
where
that's
Watson captained
because
half the games.
probably because of injury or whatever. But I don't know why he missed the game. But he wouldn't have gotten
Yeah, it was
dropped. That's my point.
2017, correct? Because I
Yeah, he
remember
wouldn't get
Watson used to
dropped.
captain the
That's
RCB for a long time. But bro, like it's 20
I,
games difference between Dhawan and Virat,
no,
and
but I
Dhawan's
still
actually
I
won an
still
IPL.
can't like say no to Virat, bro. A player who's had a 900 run season and all, like it's a little hard to argue like against Virat. But
No, I
okay,
agree, but yeah.
but
Anyways,
let's go number four. Bro, please, like again, there's no conversation here, bro. Rishi, bro, what is that smile, bro? If you're batting for some randos and all, bro, please, there's no number four conversation. I think silence only is enough. Like, just what a guy, bro. What a guy. With
Rahane.
yeah, bro. AB de Villiers, what a guy, bro. Just is AB de Villiers the best cricketer you've seen in your life?
Yeah,
Like, just be
batsman for
honest.
sure.
Like, to be honest, like
Easily, easily for me.
The best
AB de
batsman
Villiers is somewhere else. Sorry.
in what format?
every
In
format,
all three
in
he's
all
the
three
best
formats.
batsman ever. Like he is the great bro. He is the greatest batsman to ever like touch a cricket bat
I
in cricket.
think I agree. I think AB, there's not been a better player than AB de Villiers, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
Bro, very
yeah, I think
incredible,
including
bro.
all three formats, I think yeah, they don't. There, it has to be AB de Villiers.
Dude,
Yeah.
for me, if he played Test alone, he would be the best Test player. If he played red ball alone, white ball alone, he would be the best white ball player. I just think he didn't have a long enough career, which is sad, especially like
bro.
for
Come on, he had a
international
long enough career. He came in what 2006, if I'm not wrong. Played till
seven.
2021.
But yeah,
He had a great career, bro. The only sad part for him is he was born in the wrong country and he was bought by the wrong team in IPL. And apart from that, like
mm,
if he was in any other bro, if he was in some team like Australia, India, bro, he would have elevated that country so much. He, bro, like the only reason RCB was what RCB was, how much we can give it a Gale Virat, it was AB de Villiers. Bro, the amount of time he won us games where we were not sitting and going to win that game, the amount of time he made us go through to the playoffs, even in 2016, the reason we played the finals was because of ABD. Like the crazy innings in the semifinals, whatever it is, like eliminator, whatever qualifier that was. Bro, every time I see, even for South Africa, the amount of test games he came and scored runs for fun, like, bro, there's no ways there's any other cricketer, batsman who's ever like played in that kind of level in different. He can actually play any position. I still think he can even open the game if you want. He can come as number six, number seven also if you want, and he'll score runs anywhere. Like
yeah, just a
that's the thing
very
with him.
intelligent like guy
He's
in
too
general.
smart. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
and it's not even that like he can play everywhere. It's not like he
yeah,
has a weakness. It's not like like a lot of great batsmen like Gale, Virat, like they still had their weaknesses with spin, etc. Like this guy can play
yeah,
anything. He doesn't
AB was
need to
something
like.
else.
This guy is just mad, bro. Like seriously, like I literally miss watching him bat every day. Looking at these guys, like what we have right now, compared to player like ABD at that time, man, he's just crazy, bro.
Yep,
Hmm.
insane. AB de Villiers number four. I don't have a number five because I just couldn't pick one. I couldn't even come to a conclusion as to who a good number five would be. Who's your number five? Like both of yours.
I think
Before we
we
say
have to
Ambati,
have.
right? If
Yeah,
somebody says
I mean,
Ambati,
we have to have a keeper. We have to have someone who can
AB de Villiers can
finish.
be a
Also,
keeper.
AB de Villiers, we have a keeper. That's done. We already have a
sorry,
keeper. The
we need a
greatest
captain.
keeper.
We need the greatest IPL captain. I'm sorry, MSD.
That is, bro. We're
But
talking about
we have a
IPL's
MS.
keeper.
best players,
And
though,
number
not
five, you want MS at
Yeah,
number
we are
five,
talking best players, correct?
bro.
bro.
I don't see how
I
MS makes it. Bro,
can't.
AB is your all-in-one. You don't even need like a finisher because he'll anyways bat. Bro, like
Dhoni averages 39.1. at a strike
Rishi,
rate
that
of
is only because of
137.
you. That is because of all those not outs he
He has
comes and
1,000 not
gets.
outs, bro. Like
You do
Okay,
this
what
one
about the strike?
second.
He strikes at 137. That is not bad either.
bro, he plays like two balls,
137.
yeah,
He
and then
plays 5 balls, he scores 6 sixes, and then
He
he'll
comes
get some
five down, six down.
139.
What do you want him to place
bro,
We'll
at
have that
second?
then
conversation.
how is he a number five? Where are you? How is he a number five then?
He. What do you mean? How is he a number five? A number five
Yeah,
should be someone who can, if needed, come and anchor in innings,
just
and
said
someone who
he
come and
comes five down,
He
six
finish.
doesn't
down.
play number 5, Rishi.
He doesn't play at number five.
He can play number five. Is my
Bro,
point.
that's not the
I
point.
what?
He's
He's
not. He's not. He does. He only doesn't want to do it now. You can't be like, oh yeah, he can play at number five.
has
Okay, you
Dhoni
tell me
ever
better
played
number.
consistently number
You
5?
know, you tell me better number fives, and
I
I'll
actually couldn't
Rishi,
think of too many number fives. Indian number fives. I wanted an Indian number five because my next player is a foreigner.
see, the issue is looking at Dhoni's stats at number 5, he's played the most at number 5 at the point of time.
Yeah, I mean, he would have at,
And
in the beginning of his career, but
and his
I'm sure,
average was like 47. So, I can't really.
dude. Like, but the thing is, I think you can find a better number five. I'm sure there would have been better number fives.
Indian number 5s again, bro. Who would you tell me, like, as an Indian player, if we have to choose an Indian player, I don't think you can put anyone
That's
else
actually
there.
fair.
Like,
So
maybe
Dhoni is a
Yuvraj, but he
wicketkeeper.
didn't perform well in the IPL ever. Like, no, you
Yo,
can't really put a player saying, this guy's maybe like Sky could play number 5 if for example you need him to play that role, but you really can't. But again, if you really want Virat as a number 5, I would rather have an all rounder there, only purely for the fact that I already have, like I have like a keeper with, at least in this team, if I'm going to sit and choose, I already have my keeper, so I would rather have an all rounder in terms of balance, right? So that's just my
hmm.
opinion, because if I have 4 explosive batsmen, I would rather have one all rounder
For me,
in
I
in
don't
the.
mind. I don't mind the bat here because the next six for me are like all can bowl. So
Yeah, I mean
Bro,
I
I
get it,
throw in my Kyron Pollard card, bro. Come on.
what
bruh.
for numbers? Number five.
Anywhere. Again. You want him to play number five, he will play number five.
Yeah, the point is he won't play it well enough. That's all.
Okay, I
He
don't
is
mind. Okay,
other.
okay.
Okay.
Let's leave number five. Number five. I think Pollard that all rounder spot that short all rounder is a number six. So let's have that number six
Wait, you would have
conversation.
Dhoni coming ahead of Pollard in a scenario of a batting scenario. Your
Yeah, yeah,
team.
five, fair enough. I don't mind Dhoni at five, to be fair. So we can leave him there for now. And if you are going to number six, you're looking at that definite all-round player, Rishi. You're saying Pollard is your sixth bowling option is Pollard.
Sixth bowling option, sure, why not? It's not like he comes in and gets slapped every time. He's not bad with
Bro,
the ball.
please.
He can bowl 1 or 2 overs without any problem.
But do you think one?
Pollard, bro. Are you saying Pollard can ball? Bro, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Kyron Pollard can bowl.
He can bowl, but he can't bowl well enough in a T20 game to
No,
not
no
like
ways.
sustain. That's my point.
He can
Pollard,
bowl
bro,
like is he the greatest bowler? No, is he a sixth option? Yeah.
bro,
He
he's not
worked
sixth
he
option, he's
worked
seventh
pretty well
option.
for Mumbai as a sixth option. Like has never had a problem giving the ball to him as the sixth option. He's never a 4 overs bowler,
Yeah, but
but
see, my point is if this team already has 4 great ballers, you don't need to get another bowler in. Like 5 great ballers. I don't think you have to even consider Pollard in this team.
true, if you have 5 great bowlers, that if you have 5 great batsmen, you don't even need to consider an all-rounder. The point is, it's never too bad to have one. And I feel he's someone who you can reliably give 1 or 2 overs with. And
Yeah, but
again,
I
for me,
wouldn't want to waste my all rounder. I mean, I wouldn't want to waste a foreign player on Pollard. For example, if I have 4 foreign players in a team, I would want to have the best 4 foreign players who play IPL. That's my whole
okay, the
point in
best
this.
4 foreign players who've played IPL, and Adi, you said earlier who comes clutch. I don't think there's anyone bigger who comes clutch in the history of IPL than Kyron Pollard.
Oh, I can give 2 names easily. So, like, you can't just say
Who are
Kylan
you going to
Bora.
say? Again, you're going to say
I
Or
AB
can't
if
de
argue
you
with
want to
Villiers.
talk
saying
about the
no
most
Pollard
clutch players
personally.
ever, I could easily put AB de Villiers. But apart from being clutch,
Again, AB de
I
Villiers, what has he done in the finals? I'm a
bro,
huge AB de Villiers fan, but at the end of the day, he hasn't done
We're talking
anything.
about clutch. We're not talking about clutch only in finals, Rishi. Like that's the whole point. Are you
Yeah, I
telling
can talk about
Pollard has
clutch
more clutch
in
moments than AB de
Pollard.
Villiers in
I
his
can talk
entire
about
career?
Pollard being clutch in group stages and in knockouts and in finals. That's the thing. Like the
Like that, I
difference.
can tell a lot of players who've been clutch in finals, like for other teams, right? That's my
And
whole point.
who's been consistent in the group stages also fine. Like if you can do that, then fair enough. But if you can just tell me a player who's had one good innings in the final and then based off on it, I feel that's a bit unfair. But if you can tell me a player who's had clutch moments in the finals or in the knockouts and pretty decently done in the group stages, then I feel it's fair, because Karen Pollard has done this. I feel whenever
Rishi,
Mumbai were like in like troubled times, we needed 90 or 5 against RCB and he almost pulled it off. We
bro,
needed
I've seen other players be bro. Thing with Mumbai, I've seen a lot of players be air quotes clutch. So I can't sit and say, okay, Pollard's the only clutch player ever to be like, yeah, let's put him in just based on being clutch. Like, I don't think we are gonna put in a player just on the basis of okay, this guy is clutch. Let's put him in, right? Like, I would rather have
I mean,
someone
but
who's
that was
just
also
a
a
good.
criteria for you to pick Warner over Chris Gale. That now it's a bit
No, it
unfair.
was not only the fact of being clutch. Like my factor was not only being clutch. Like your factor for Pollard is only being clutch.
No,
Like
it's not only
you're
being
saying
clutch.
but he's not one of the best T20 players to play the sport. And I wouldn't say
He's one of the
he's a great
most
T20
dangerous.
player.
Yeah, he's one of the most dangerous, like lower order batsmen to play T20, like
No,
in
I've
T20.
seen more dangerous players. I can sit and say even Miller is equally dangerous as Pollard. I can sit and say ABD is way more dangerous as
Okay, you
a
can say again.
middle
Again,
order.
I'd probably say okay. David Miller is a better batsman than Kyron Pollard in like all the formats. Fine, pure batsman, pure aesthetics. Yeah, but I feel Pollard is someone who's come like again. He has come clutch in much bigger occasions than David Miller. That's the only reason why I'd have David Miller. I mean, Kyron
Bro,
Pollard. Like
Miller used to play for Punjab. Like you can't compare it.
okay,
No, Punjab, he used to play for one of the worst teams in the IPL. You can't just sit and say this guy didn't perform in the playoffs, whatever. When he went, he took Gujarat to a playoff. Finally, performed in those playoffs when he actually got a chance to play at that time. And regardless of that, like that's my
so yeah,
point. I
so
can't just put,
how is it fair to Pollard? You're saying Pollard played in a good team, so you can't consider him. He is one of the reasons why
yeah, he played in a good
he
team,
scored
but
a
you can't tell
45
him
of
he's the best T20 player. Like
he scored a
Pollard,
45
no
of
chance.
20 in one IPL final. He scored a 68 of 30 or 30 something in another IPL final. So I don't
Rishi, I
know
get
how
it. Like
it's not fair. Huh?
he's performed well in certain finals, but that's my point. I can't just put okay, he performed well in these two finals. Let's put him in. Look at his IPL stats overall; it's pretty average. He has an
For a
average
six
of 28. That's
see for a
lower than
six for a batsman who's
he's
coming in
not
at
to
six.
bro.
Do
He's not a
you
number
want
six.
someone who scored 6,000 runs? Fine, you can shoehorn someone like Dhawan, someone like you have plenty of names who you
Rishi,
can
he's
shoehorn
played
there.
number four, number five, number six. He's
He's
not
not
a
played
pure
number
number.
four.
He
Karan Pollard
at
has rarely come two
He's
down for
played
us.
19 innings as number four. He's played 66 innings as
Okay,
number
out of
five. As
huh,
number five, he's played 66 innings, and number six is
that is three
61.
down.
So
Yeah, so that's pretty much that's 19. There's a difference in 19, 60, and 61.
my point is he's played 20 games, around 20 games in an IPL season of like what 12 years, 14 years. Playing as number 20 games is still a lot. My point is he's played in certain positions overall in
In
his
how
career.
many games? In how many
20 and
games?
then
No, no,
66 and then
out
61.
of the total IPL games he's played,
It'll
how
be
many?
around, he's only played 170 innings.
Huh, out of 170, you're saying 20. That's like
That
one
is
six.
not less. My point is that's not less. You can't just say he's never played. You said he's never played number four, right? My
Yeah,
point was he's
dude,
played
what
20.
is 60 and
20 innings
60
is a lot.
compared? He's
Rishi,
five and six
20
down.
innings is
Then,
one and a
then
half
who's
IPL
coming in?
seasons.
Huh?
Like if you're playing 20 games is one and a half IPL seasons. You can't just say that's less. I'm saying in an IPL context, he's played enough games as a number four. I don't know what was the context, but I'm just giving you pure facts. And again, his average is pretty less. It's 28. I'm sorry, but if you want to
Yeah,
talk
when you're coming in as a again, I'm not
number
gonna
five is
say
bro,
20
his
at
num
20. Like I mean, when you're playing as a two down, I don't as for 20 innings. I'm not going to primarily consider that. I'm going to consider more of like him coming in as three down and four down. That's in at five, in at six. I don't think 28 is too bad when it
three
comes
down is
to
sorry.
yeah, like at number like when you're coming in three down, when you're coming in four down, if you can anchor an innings, or if you can finish whatever is needed, if you can do it at a strike at a decent strike rate, I don't think 28 average is too bad.
I mean, compared that to someone like Miller who has 33 average, compared to someone like Dhoni who has 39 average, why would you want to have Pollard at
I
number
mean,
five?
I want
Who is
Dhoni
not a
and
great,
Miller.
like, is not one of the best batsmen where, like, again, you can sit and say this guy is, like, a great T20 player. Like, for example, you would rather have an MSD or someone, I would rather have a Miller, in just my opinion. The players I prefer, I would rather have an actual batsman who can bat well, right? I would trust Miller coming in at number five over Pollard. But even if we see, the thing is, we can't take a foreigner anyways, because I think we need to keep two foreigners for a bowling position. And again, if you're advocating for Pollard, you're just saying Pollard should be over MSD at number five. So you really want to
Mm,
do that? I think
not
then
not
we'll
really.
have to have that.
See, if we are talking about a situation where we take players from an IPL, like whatever they've done in IPL, and then say, okay, we need them to perform in a game, who would do better? Then it's a different conversation to compare to we're picking 11 of the best who performed so far. We're just picking 11. We're not extrapolating and saying whether they'll play a good match going in the future. If we're saying that, okay, these are the players who've achieved so much, who've done so much in the IPL, we need to pick the best from the lot. I feel we have to give a little bit context also. We can't just say that, okay, Miller is a better, of course, hands down, Miller is a much better batsman. Like, I still want, going into this IPL, I want Mumbai to pick Miller. Like, I really like Miller, that he is a much better technique wise, he's a much better batsman. It's not even a conversation. But it's just, for me, you have to add a little bit context. Like, when you are playing for one of the, or if not the most successful IPL franchises, and will probably be considered as, if not the best player of all time, the second best player of all time. I feel that is for a reason. Like, yeah, for me,
Who is the second best player of all time?
I think Kyron Pollard is
Okay, okay,
okay.
wait.
The
Okay,
second or
let's
third,
let's
One second.
let's
third
I
in
just
just
my
take
want
a
to
opinion.
say,
step back,
one second,
bro. Let's
bro.
just take a step back. How is
Just
Kyron
one second.
Pollard?
Wait.
Wait.
Just
I just want to
no,
understand this
no.
logic. 1 second. How is Kyron Pollard the second ever, the second best player ever to play T20 or IPL, for example? Tell me, like,
Best
what
for
on what
Mumbai
basis?
Indians.
For bro, even for
Yeah, I
Mumbai
said,
Indians, that's a huge.
Bro,
Bro, are you
Rishi,
saying
okay.
again for Mumbai Indians he's the second best player ever?
yeah, second or third.
Okay, fine,
Okay,
fair
bro.
enough.
Okay, just
At
one
least
second. You're saying Pollard at 5 or 6.
exactly.
Pollard at 5, Dhoni at 6.
Okay, wait. Okay, can I just tell this? Okay, Rishi, you want Pollard at number five, right?
Hmm.
I'll just lay out the stats of Pollard in the IPL playing for Mumbai Indians, the great Mumbai Indians. His stats at number five. He's played
Hmm.
66 innings at number five. Okay,
Hmm.
he scored 1,204 runs. His average is 24 at number five. His strike rate is 134 at number five. Same thing if I put in context to Miller, around the same game, 71s, 5 games more. He scored 1,950 runs in the same position. His average is 44 and his strike rate is 147. Now, can you sit and tell me Pollard's the best number five to ever play in the IPL?
No,
Like,
Bro,
it's
just
Pollard
based on these two stats, what
bro,
makes him the
there
best
is
player?
that's
no,
again I
So
repeat,
I'm
if
sorry,
you
bro.
base it on stats, we can always find
Bro,
better, we can
stats
find
is
better
a
players
very
than
good
Dhoni
correlation
also.
to how you performed in the IPL. You can't
Of
just say based
course,
on
of
stats.
course, we can't not consider stats, but can we name it based on stats? Because if we're going just by stats,
But
we'll have to consider players like Shikhar Dhawan also for opening. We'll have to consider a lot of
we
other
have
players
two
also.
better openers already. Like, if you're talking about okay, even if your example, if you're talking about just based on clutch moments, greatness, etc., then we can
No, I'm
also
just
go
saying
for
we have
Chris
to
Gayle.
include that also. That's all.
Yeah, but
dude.
you're talking about a very average stat. It's not even a great. It's not like it's very close, bro. 28 is very average for a number five to call him the greatest ever number five to play in IPL or for Mumbai Indians, whatever it
Bro,
is. His
look,
average is
like,
28
bro,
compared to 44.
the only thing with Pollard, like, see, the only thing with going, say, if you go the Miller route, is just that I would pick Miller over Pollard, but I would not have a bowling option in my top 6. And I don't
See,
want to, in a T20
exactly.
game, like, you want one extra option. And where does Andre Russell stand for you guys, like, in this conversation? Like, if you have Dhoni at 5 and Russell at 6, I think Russell is arguably the best all rounder in the
Bro,
IPL
see,
history.
I would crop Dhoni, Russell, Pollard in the same bunch in terms of aggressive finishers who don't take a lot of time, like whatever it is. Maybe Pollard is the one who takes the most number of balls to play and score runs out of
Okay,
these
settled
three.
in. Yeah.
If I want to pick, I would put these three in a bunch and say, let's pick one of these three players. Because again, I think we have better Indian options also at number five, number six, where you can like
No, then
swap
you
in.
need an Indian option at 5. Like, who is your Indian
See, for
option?
me, I would rather see. For me, it is. I would rather have two proper foreign bowlers, and I would rather push it for that. So for that reason, I wouldn't really choose Russell or, for example, because there are great bowlers, bro. Like I don't think we can take out bowlers like Narayan, Malinga out of it. So I would
But
rather
then,
push them over because the foreigners is four foreigners. We've already used up two, and for the same reason, I wouldn't even put Miller in this thing because again, I would to an extent, I can get that from Dhoni if he really
but who
wanted.
are your Indian? Okay, so let's say Dhoni 100% makes it because you need an Indian there. So Dhoni is there. Either at 5 or 6, he can play both. Fine.
See that
Who's
that is
who's
where
your other
I would have
Indian?
really pushed for Yusuf Pathan because I really think he is a great T20 player and he performed well for a long time. And for me, for me, like Yusuf Pathan is Chris Gale, but an Indian version where he can play in a lot of positions. I can't lie, like he's one guy who could, even though he didn't have the longest run of games, etc. Like for me, if I'm putting T20, and if you're talking about highest primes, I would rather go for someone like Yusuf Pathan. But again, you have to also remember we need an all-rounder. You can also put in players like Jadeja, Hardik Pandya. There are players where we can sit and
Wouldn't
have an
mind.
argument for.
I wouldn't mind Jadeja at 6, like Dhoni at 5 and then Jadeja at 6.
That's the
Hmm.
thing. You guys need to be creative because like how are you guys going to sit and judge like what's a number five? That's the thing. Can we put a certain role for each player? Like what do you want from a number five? Do you want
Yeah,
See,
so from a
this
number
from
5
if
is
it's
my
number
is
five
from
and
number
number
5 is
six, if
play the
it's an
situation. That's it.
situation well? I think Dhoni is one of the best. Honestly, out of everything, I would think Dhoni is one of the best readers of a situation and can play a
Yeah,
situation
that's what
pretty
I'm
well.
saying. Like you need
And
that
especially for
guidance.
CSK, yeah, I
That's
would
what I
rather
mean.
have
You need that. Yeah, I would have him
See,
at
the
number
thing
5.
with the thing is, if you're having Jadeja, you're not like if I'm having Jadeja in my team, it's not like I'm having him as my sixth option. I'm giving him 4 overs straight.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
in
give him
any
4 overs.
situation, I'm
I'm
giving
saying
him like 4 overs straight. So that means like he's not ours. He's not coming in as our sixth bowling option. He's pretty much a bank four
that
overs.
yeah,
I
he's a
agree
bank. I
because
don't mind him being a bank 4 overs because then if my leg spinners are not doing well, I can reduce 1 over from there and bowl the like and bowl Jadeja for 4 will come from Jadeja. Then I can just
Leg
reduce my.
spinners. You're saying you want multiple leg spinners.
I That's what I would have thought, but let's see how this goes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
so wait, how many players do we have? Like
That
what's
means
our
wait,
batsman?
you
So
want three
wait.
spinners, Rahul. You want
I want three
totally three
spinners. Three
spinners.
spinners, three fast bowlers. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is what we've got so far. It's Warner, Virat, Raina, AB, Dhoni, and Jadeja, and you've got 5 options left. I'm 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 sure like number 11 is sorted. There's no argument against Malinga. Like he's your number 11.
Malinga, and I think we can probably other than Adi, we can say Bumrah is also there.
Yeah, Bumrah. For me,
Bro, we're
Bumrah and
talking,
Malinga.
we're
Bumrah.
talking about
Yeah.
all-time 11. We
Yeah,
are
all
talking
time.
about
Yeah, see
all-time 11,
the three
man.
quicks. I don't think the three quicks. There's any conversation. Is Bhuvneshwar Kumar, it's Malinga, and it's Bumrah. Like there is
The thing with
which other
Boogie
fast
is,
bowler?
huh?
Bhuvi. Hmm.
Bro, I would push for players like Zaire Khan, etc. For me, again, like Zaire Khan's played. Bro, for
What's
me,
he
it's more
done?
of.
He's not done anything.
Sorry?
I love Zahir, but he's done nothing in the IPL.
In the
I know,
IPL,
that's
yeah.
my point. That's my point. Wait, let me finish. Like, that's the thing. For me, it's like, if you guys are talking about best Indian bowlers, bro, I've seen bowlers like Praveen Kumar play, and I would, like,
And
ideally, I would
Bhuvaneshwar.
have Praveen Kumar. Bro, for me, I still come to this day and say Praveen Kumar is one of the best bowlers India's ever produced.
See,
But
yeah, but
just for
now
the fact that
You can say
politics,
I agree
yeah,
with
our
what
yes,
you're
MS
but is
saying.
he
Dhoni
one
didn't
of the
want,
best bowlers for like is
is
he one of the best bowlers for India? No.
no, but my point is that is because we know
Talent
why
wise,
what
yeah, bro. Like talent
we
was
know
there,
why
but
he didn't get to play.
bro,
We don't
talent
have to
was there,
bring it
but
up now.
bro, I don't I can't say Praveen Kumar because
Bro, we have still, bro. We the thing with that's the problem.
Wait,
Like,
we need how many two spinners and three pacers or four pacers and a spinner.
bro. We need. So this is what we have. Okay, it's Virat, Raina, Warner, Virat, Raina, AB,
Mm.
MS, and Jadeja. That's your top six. You've got one bowling option in the top six. You have
Mm.
two spinners after that, and you have three quicks. Your three quicks are Malinga picks himself. Bumrah also picks himself pretty much. And
Bro, but you could,
I
bro,
don't,
I,
I don't think you can argue against Bhuvneshwar Kumar also. Like, there's no. Is
bro,
there
the
any
problem
other
is
seaman who's been as good as the three of them?
Bhuvaneshwar or
I would
Shami?
put Dale Sane in my opinion, but like that would
No. Dale Steyn,
are
what,
you,
5 years, 6 years he played IPL properly.
bro? But my point is, at his peak, would you not have a guy like Dale Steyn
Bro,
over
like that,
him?
I would have so many of those.
And at a
Have
point of time, Dale Steyn was still bro. At a point of time for RCB
bro, I would
in
have
the
Bretley at his peak. But my point is, they haven't played enough
Adi,
Dale
IPL.
for
Steyn,
see,
he
Adi,
won
Adi,
the purple cap,
for
brother. Like Dale Steyn was one of the best IPL bowlers at a point of time. Only reason he couldn't play, first of all, he's a foreigner, had injuries, etc. Like
Yeah,
we can
so
take that
that's what I'm
apart,
saying.
but
Like, he
he still won
hasn't
an
played
IPL. He
enough.
was still great in the IPL. Like you can't just sit and tell me
like
Dale
that, Adi, you
Steyn.
can say Trent Bolt for Mumbai and
He,
Rajasthan Royals has been great, but
But
I
bro,
don't think
you
that alone is a
are we gonna
criteria.
compare, bro? The point is, bro, it's like if you're leaving out Dale Steyn just as the bowler who's played IPL, it's like leaving out like I don't know, like Messi out of the MLS 11 or League One 11 because he only played
I
three or
don't
He
think
something
Dale
played
points.
less than
Steyn's best
100
format
games,
was
da.
T20 cricket. I don't think Dale Steyn
I
has a better
agree, but
T20
it's more
bowler
like,
than
bro,
Malinga.
Dale Steyn as a bowler was still like great. Like you can't sit and say he
I
wasn't.
can't. I don't think he was better than Malinga in T20 cricket. No chance.
No,
Yes.
I would rather. My point is, I would have both of them. Like that's my whole
Or you
point.
wouldn't
Because,
have a foreign spinner then.
bro, that's the issue. I would
Yeah, like
think Narayan's the
I
only player I would
I
sit and
would
say
think it's
maybe.
impossible to either drop Narayan or Rashid
Rashid
Khan from
Khan.
this
But
list.
the problem with Narayan is, bro, he has had a lot of controversies to like sit and
Yeah,
just be
but
like,
that's
this guy is just too clean to be a one of the best spinners. And I feel like it still exists to this day. Like
Bro,
we've
if we
all seen it.
if we
We've all
have
seen it
Narayan
clearly.
in our lineup, we might as well just send him opening, bro.
yeah, you could.
See, that's a point, but bro, again, bro, when I talk about Narayan, I think people don't talk about it. It's always the elephant in the room. But me personally, like this action is just too sus to be like this guy is sustainably the best spinner. Like I feel like
See, is his
he's
action
getting an
sus?
edge because of something, which
Adi,
is
see, is his action sus? It is not the
it
cleanest
is
of
it is
action.
not
But
sus. It
then
is
it's
very
the
clear
same.
at this point.
It's
Like I'm
see, you
sorry
can
to
say that's the same for Muralidharan also. No,
Yeah, you
like
could say the same thing for Saeed Ajmal. Like it's
no,
bro.
Saeed
You're
Ajmal,
not that
that's a
even
different
Ajmal was
case.
very clear. Like that's the whole
Ajmal,
point.
Ajmal Mohammad Hafiz is a different criteria altogether. But I feel if you can put Narayan more towards the Muralidharan category than
yeah.
Bro, no.
Saeed Ajmal
Narayan's
and
a
Mohammad
bit
Hafiz
too.
category.
It's too blatant. Like you can't sit and say Narayan
Like I
again.
mean,
I don't
so
want to talk. I don't
if you
want
look
to.
blindly at it, like I mean, if you look just if you have a one clean look, even Muralidharan looks to be bending his arm, but again, they were cleared by this
But
one,
the
so we
difference
can't.
is we know Muralidharan never did it, and we know
How
Narayan
I
has
mean,
already
the
been
same way,
caught.
yeah. So
What do you mean?
Muralidharan
How
was
the
also
sorry, you can see the action. You can literally see, and this is not a controversy, which is we've seen it previous. He was whatever banned for a certain amount of
Bro,
time.
see, as long
My
as he's playing, there's nothing. We can't. We are not judging. Like we are
exactly, I
not
agree.
analyzing
I agree.
students.
I'm not going to disagree
So
to that. And my whole point is bro, it's like he does get an edge because of certain things. Maybe it's not spoken, maybe it's not caught, whatever it is. But you also have other spinners who you could again put in. Like I would still edge it maybe with Rashid Khan because at a point of time, Rashid Khan was still equally as good as him. And bro, the way you guys talk about Bumrah, like how every batter is afraid to play him right now. Like 2 years ago, that's the same case with Rashid Khan. No one tried. Everyone came into playing Rashid Khan. Let's just finish the 4 overs of him. Let's
I
attack the
agree.
other.
I think Rashid makes it over Narayan for me,
Yeah,
and he
exactly.
gives.
So
Yeah.
glad at least I don't have to sit and have that conversation then
No,
because
I think Rashid does make it not only because of like, bro. It's just his like. There's something different about Rashid Khan, bro. Like it's
uh,
aggressive, and he's quick. Quick. That kind of leg spinner you've never seen in your life. I'm a huge Narayan fan, but I think Rashid just pips it over him. That means there's one spot left for an Indian spinner which is the hard one, probably, I'm guessing. Or are we all saying there's one leg spinner who's done fairly well for the
Amit
ground he
Mishra,
played in?
Harbhajan Singh. There are actually a lot of spinners who
Not spinners,
even
but I think
Ravi
Ashwin at a
Ash,
point of time was good.
yeah.
Piyush Chawla.
I can't believe you guys are not saying
I
Yuzvendra
would
Chahal's name, but still.
rather have Amit Sharma over Piyush Chawla. Like if you're being honest, bro, you can't like take. Bro, the thing with Chahal is like I agree, but like there are still close bowlers against him. Like you can't just say this guy's a clear favorite, no
No,
matter what.
I don't think he's a clear favorite, but I think he goes under the radar way too often.
Dude, for a guy who's no, no. To be fair, for a guy who's bowled in Chinnaswamy for the
For a
majority of
long
his
time.
career, he has 22 average,
Yeah.
and the only other bowler in the top one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, top 8, top 9, top 10. The only two bowlers who have better economy are Bumrah and Malinga. Oh wait, he has a better better average than Bumrah also. The only one with a better average is Malinga in the top 10
And
highest
dude,
wicket.
Chahal very consistent, bro. Like you'll never see Chahal like say drop below like a 15 wicket season. Like it will not happen.
Yeah.
So consistent. Like it's mad. Like 20, 24, 18 wickets, 23, 21, 22, 27 wickets, 21 he got 18 wickets, 20 he got 21 wickets, 19 he got 18 wickets. 18 was the last time he dropped behind like below 15 wickets. 2018. And that kind of
Mm.
tells you where he was like as a leg spinner, right? Like he's been that incredible sort of bowler. Even when he started off with RCB, the first few seasons, 2015, 23 wickets. The next season, 21 wickets. So always full of wickets, and I I can't look past him, bro. Like even if I say Amit Mishra, I think Amit Mishra is a different kind of leg spinner. I think Amit Mishra is more old school. Used to like give it a little more air than Chahal, and he figured out T20 cricket a little too late. Like it he was a different kind of leg spinner. He was more the traditional give it air kind of leg spinner, not the sort of bowler who'd bowl a little flatter. And I think Chahal got that into his game a little sooner than all the others. All the other old school leg spinners, I think.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
why I
that's true.
think it's hard to. I don't think there are any other like good leg spinners. Maybe Kuldeep Yadav, but like I don't think Kuldeep has done a great job in the IPL. So compared to
Yeah,
Chahal,
I mean, if you're having, yeah, it's again a China man, you might as well have someone
yeah.
Bro,
bowling.
but see the thing for me is would you guys not bro, I still don't think this is an IPL 11 if you don't have Bravo in it. Like I can't lie. Like you just can't have DJ
I
Bravo in
would,
this.
bro, see, I wouldn't mind having Bravo in there as long as you're dropping. You have to drop a foreign bowler, and but
I
who
know
do you drop?
that's the point. Like
Who do you drop? I can't drop either Malinga or.
See, if you're having
no,
Jadeja and
you have a good shout between DJ Bravo and Malinga. You can't bro DJ Bravo
It's
second
a good
highest
shout.
wicket
I
taker.
agree. I'm not saying, but
You
I
can't
can't. But once you put Malinga in there, it's hard to remove him.
my point
That's
is
what I'm saying.
okay, if you're talking like see you already have Bumrah and Malinga. If you want to compare it like at the end of the day, Bumrah Malinga have like very similar qualities, right? Like they're both very good economically, they get wickets, etc. So my point is like, if you want to have a player like DJ Bravo, who's again, bro, the guy, the way he varies pace, etc., and his death bowling, you have to have him, and he can also bat. It's not like he can't bat.
Bro, see, the one thing with
I feel
Bravo,
when
I
it comes to
yeah,
like death bowling and changing of pace, I feel Malinga is better than anyone else. His slow Yorkers, I feel,
yeah, slow
are
Yorkers are insane. Yeah.
like dude, like when Malinga and Bumrah were bowling for like MI, like for me, I used to treat it almost like a 12 over game where I was like, yeah, these 12 overs are where we're going to concede runs because we had a bank 8 overs where runs are not going to leak unless we're playing against someone like ABD, and probably another couple of batsmen who at their prime I'd be like, okay, they can take on these two bowlers. So that's the level of security we had. We like batsmen were almost forced to hit against the other bowlers who we also had a decent amount of bowlers but still they chose to hit them over these guys, and that's the level of quality. I feel these two can bowl opening, these they can bowl towards the death as well, and they can keep it tight also. Like imagine, like 4 out of the 6 overs in the power play they are bowling, 4 overs in the death they're bowling. Like where are the runs coming from?
I mean, you have Bhuvi
Hmm.
then. Like Bhuvi is going to open the bowling anyways. We know it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, if Bhuvi is going to open one, then surely you can have like see
Bumrah
I
probably from the other
yeah
You
team.
no
will
I
have
I
Bumrah and Bhuvi, right?
yeah, Bumrah and Bhuvi and Malinga to the death. I'd much rather give Malinga the death overs than Bravo.
No, but the thing with Bravo, like the only reason I'd say he wouldn't make this list is because so Bravo was this all-rounder, right? Like he was supposed to be this all-round player. In the beginning of his IPL career, played very high up the order for
Yeah,
Mumbai and for Chennai. And then like his batting took such a big hit. Like he was almost like just a bowler at the end of his career. Like he barely batted. And I think if you're considering Bravo just the bowler, I'd say it's not good enough. But if it was Bravo, the all rounder, the promised all rounder that he was supposed to be, yeah, then there's probably a conversation. But I don't think he ever lived up to that all rounder tag in the IPL. He was always a better bowler. Like he's always consistently been a more dangerous bowler because of his changes in variation and like his changes in pace and all that.
yeah,
Still a
that's true.
fairly decent list. I think we've had like a good few shouts also. I think Bravo is actually a brilliant one towards the end. Warner, Virat, Raina, AB, Dhoni, Jadeja. Your top six. You've got one option in Jadeja to bowl. Rashid Khan, Yuzvendra Chahal, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Bumrah, and Malinga. So I think it's fairly well balanced. If you don't want to go to Bhuvi for the death overs, you can just bowl him two or three with the new ball, and then you've got Jadeja to go to. Obviously, if you think Yuzvendra Chahal is not having his day, you can obviously again go back to Jadeja for some extra overs. It's a well balanced team, dude. And you have a bank in Rashid Khan, Bumrah, and Malinga. Those 12 overs, I'm pretty sure they will get through.
Hmm.
But I still feel like
Okay.
this team is a bit too bowling oriented than batting. I can't lie.
Yeah, it is fairly bowling heavy, but
I
Rashid
would.
is
The
your
thing
is
with
your
me
number
is
seven.
Jadeja is like a bro. Even Jadeja, if you're being honest, like hard. Do you
But
really
Jadeja
think?
in his prime was
But yeah,
something.
exactly. Jadeja, like right now and for like
Yeah.
quite a while, I
Yeah.
feel Jadeja's like a little, his batting has faded away. But I think back in the day, like peak
Yeah.
Jadeja, I feel he was also a really good
Peak
batsman. And
Jadeja
Rashid
was
Khan can also
was the
swing
best.
the bat.
Yeah, Rashid
Like,
Khan
To be fair,
is a
yeah.
good
Like
number seven to
I,
have today.
I think Rashid. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair,
Yeah. So and then you've got the four bowlers, and I think, bro, the batting will take care of
bro.
itself. And
But
if you have AB in the team, I think everything will
we
take care of
have
itself. So you don't
Dhoni,
even have.
guys. Chill, relax.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we are. And that's what we have, guys. Let us know if you guys would have added somebody else. We've already mentioned a few names actually. Narayan, Chris Gale doesn't make the list. Josh Butler is another one I thought
bro,
we could have probably had a conversation about as well. But again, just the limited foreign spots makes it a little hard. But this is our all-time IPL 11. Thanks for joining, guys. Like and share the video. Subscribe to Sports Cabri. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.